As she stood before the mirror, Emily couldn't help but feel a shiver crawl up her spine. The reflection staring back at her appeared slightly distorted, with a menacing glint in its eyes. Unease settled in as she realized something was terribly wrong. Her reflection seemed to move independently, taunting her with sinister grins and malicious gestures. Night after night, the mirror became a portal into a twisted reality. Emily's reflection showed a side she had never known, embodying her deepest fears and darkest desires. It whispered dreadful secrets, tempting her to embrace the darkness lurking within. Terrified, Emily attempted to avoid the mirror, covering it with sheets and blankets, but the eerie presence persisted, seeping into her dreams. Determined to confront the source of this torment, Emily sought the help of a paranormal investigator. Together, they delved into the mirror's disturbing history. They uncovered the tragic tale of a vengeful spirit trapped within the glass, seeking a vessel to carry out its malevolent agenda. As the investigator performed a ritual to communicate with the spirit, Emily braced herself for a terrifying confrontation. The mirror's surface rippled and cracked, revealing a haunting specter that emerged, its eyes burning with a vengeful fury. It lunged towards Emily, trying to possess her, but she fought back with every ounce of strength she could muster. In a climactic struggle, Emily managed to break free from the spirit's grip, shattering the mirror in the process. The room filled with an eerie silence as the malevolent presence dissipated, leaving only shattered glass behind. Emily gasped for breath, her heart pounding in her chest, relieved that the nightmare was finally over. But the nightmare wasn't over, because now her reflection was replaced by that of the investigator trapped in the mirror. Emily and the paranormal investigator stared in horror at the shattered remains of the mirror. They both knew that the spirit had been freed from its prison, but they could only guess as to what consequences awaited them. After a moment of silence, Emily slowly turned to face her companion. She saw that the paranormal investigator was no longer standing next to her, but instead they were now one and the same, trapped in a never-ending cycle of darkness and terror. They could feel the spirit looming over them, ready to exact its vengeance on anyone who dared look into the mirror. Emily slowly backed away from the broken shards, not daring to look back at her own reflection ever again. Emily and the paranormal investigator had no choice but to accept their fate. No matter how far Emily ran, she could never escape the spirit. With every attempt to look into a mirror, she was met with her own reflection, and that of the investigator trapped within. They were both now bound together by a sinister force, doomed to exist in this terrifying realm. Emily knew that she must live with the consequences of her actions and forever remain in a state of terror and despair. The mirror's curse had been activated. Whatever happened, Emily would be its captive for eternity.